All right, welcome everyone to the final broadcast of the month. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the next 20 minutes. At the end of this session here, and Joel, you and I were just talking. This is a really tough market to try to get a feel for. There does not seem, to me at least, to be any sort of discernible pattern in the market today. Unlike days past, yesterday we saw a lot of the dogs rally or a lot of the ground zero stocks rally, the stocks most
Sure did.
exposed to this virus. And today is not really much of a pattern. Some tech is up, but most of it's not, right? I mean, if you look at Facebook is up, Amazon's up, Microsoft's up, but most tech is not. There are some dogs that are up, like Boeing and GE, and most of them are not. There's some oil that's up, but most of it's not. This is a really tough market to sort of wrap your head around as we head into May.
Yeah, Spencer, good afternoon. Definitely an interesting day here. We do have some losses on the board. A lot of those losses were incurred during the after hours and pre-market session. Your high, 29.65, that seemed a long ways away. That was made last night around midnight when y'all were sleeping. Your day session high, more tradable, 29.20. So that'd be your level looking at tomorrow morning and overnight. We took out your pre-market low. We had some continuation, only got as low as 28.83 and a quarter. Nothing for me to lean on that level or any significance today. We'll see if that holds up as a low of the session. Crude, strong day. Did follow through on the Trump comments here. Got a high as 22.30. Trading up $2.60 at 21.72. Not really helping the oil stocks though. Gold down $18.50 at 16.95. Silver in the red by 22 cents at 15.095. Bitcoin trying to close above 9,000. Doesn't look like we're going to do it today. Bitcoin up $70 at 8,895.
The only real pattern seems to be just fade the earnings move. Whatever that move was, if it was an upward move or downward move, just bet on the opposite once the market
Opposite
opens.
day? Yep.
I guess. I mean, if you look at all the stocks we talked about, some of them fading in the pre-market, but even look at Facebook, which held up for most of the pre-market session.
Yeah.
And I guess really started fading once the show kind of started there at 8 o'clock.
I think it was the show. I think we walked down Facebook. I feel personally responsible. I hope Facebook shareholders do not sue me because of that. Uh, Big bump up to 215. I mean, with a near shot of old time high, big institutional shareholders in this market environment, they just sat back and they weren't super aggressive. But you just could kind of tell that pre-market chart, they were just hitting bids. They weren't showing huge offers. They were just letting the mas and pas like you and I purchase it, and then they'd lay off the offer. So gave some back. Still a good day for Facebook. Never even got sniff 210. We talked about the 209.5, 210 level early. Closing off the lows of the session, I think you just want to keep an eye on whatever the current low is for today, 201.57. If you take that out, then you get into the gap area in Facebook. Also, Twitter, man, that thing started to fade during our show. That's in the red by nearly $3. Tesla, those Tesla bulls, they were singing hallelujah when it got to 869.62. Now they're cowering under their desk as we're down $9 roughly at $792 area. What else did you have a fade in off earnings, Spencer? McDonald's faded the other way, correct?
Yeah, McDonald's faded the other way. We didn't talk about them on this show, but the market did not like their report in the pre-market, and yet it's rallied here in the main session.
Yeah, Mickey D's. I mean, I don't know. You got down to 180.76. Spirited rebound here. Hit 187.75. Did not look at it in the didn't even look at it all day. So what do you got for Mickey D's? I mean, I wouldn't say they're COVID proof. Oh, you got a wall here. Holy moly. The 190. Show me you can take out 190 here, and I'm bullish this stock. If not, I'm short here just theoretically paper trading 187, 188. Take me out at 191. That would be a new high of the move by 60 cents. Couldn't take it up on earnings. Tried to take it down, but couldn't. We'll be keeping an eye on today's closing price. whatever they may be for an indication for tomorrow's action.
Looking at Microsoft here also from we talked about this one on the show, and that also leaked and faded hard.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, gets within an or shot, eye shot of or earshot. What is it? Earshot, eye shot,
Earshot, I don't
earshot
earshot.
of all time high. Not a big range, opened up 180.40, big psychological level. What was the high? I think I know it traded much higher in the pre-market, but the regular traders prevailed. 180 had been your high of the rebound. That was on April 17th. You opened right at 180, really couldn't push it through by much. I got to 180.40, turned around, hit a low of 176.23, hanging out mid-range on the session. But I think what you may have here, we still have 14 minutes left in the session, so anything that could happen. Looks like you're going to have a double close here right around 178. Yesterday's close 177.43. Right now you're trading 178.11. So double close, that's always a good number to look forward, especially when that double close is really the high for the rebound there. So that's what we're looking at in Mr. Softy.
All right, let's look ahead here to the reports that we're going to get after the close today. The big two, Apple and Amazon. Amazon is usually out at 4 o'clock on the dot. Apple usually out at 4:30. So we're going to have a little
Oh
bit more time
man.
to digest the Amazon report than the Apple one. But Amazon, like I said, out of 4, and this one is one of the few that's up today.
Oh man. I mean, I guess no one wants to be short in their earnings, and I haven't shorted it yet. Just bumping up against the roof here. Oh boy, 20 made a new all-time high today. Former all-time high 2444.88. Today's high
Wow.
2450. Poised to close a new all-time high. The trend is your trend. The stock is going up. It, I could not be long this with your money going into earnings, Spencer.
Really?
Yeah. If I did, I'd want to get out. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. The earnings are going to be good because
Right.
everyone's ordering from Amazon the last couple months.
Exactly.
I'm just afraid of heights, right? And I don't know. I mean, I probably would have took profits at like 2100, 2200, 2300,
Yeah.
2400. So I mean, if you're long this thing, you think they're going to beat, then throw an order out there at 2,600 or something crazy like that. If it gets up $150 on light volume, then sure, let it go. But boy, oh boy, what a move in that. Um,
And
and
yeah, and what you said, Joel, we know these numbers are going to be good.
right, yeah,
They'll probably be amazing, honestly.
yeah. So, so that's what this. I'm terrible with stocks that go straight up. I'm even worse with stocks that are over $1,000. So, take what I say with a grain of salt here. But I'm not long. I'm not short. But be hard to be long going into the report. But I said that about Google. And what did Google do? Google blew it away. So do it. Aramis is asking me, what do I think of Western Digital earnings? You know what? I don't think about earnings. The stocks that I hold in my long-term portfolio, I'm holding, and I'm not gonna worry about one earnings report. I mean, I have no way, even if I have the report in my hand right now, it's impossible to predict how the stocks are going to react. I can give you a technical look here, Aramis, and bumping up to gets the high of the move, which is 48.83. You couldn't get there today. So if they rip it, they blow away, get above 48.83, then this thing has some room to run. I would just look at your next daily highs, the next daily high. If you want to level above this, there's a pair of highs above $50 at 50.50 and 50.65. If this thing starts to go into reverse, man, a pair of lows at 45. So just so and you're really close to there. So you breach 45, you could be getting a quick look at 43.31 and then 41.21. So there is a wrap on Western Digital. I did own this stock a long time ago. I bought it. I sold it. Dennis tried to talk me in. Sean Udall tried to talk me into buying it again, and I haven't. Don't have no interest putting it in my portfolio. Long or short term, S&Ps, when they look they're about to roll over, you probably got some buying balances, folks, because we just popped about 8 handles here. 29 went from 28.95 to 29.02 in a heartbeat. So no one wants to be short into those buying balances. Let's see if those buying balances are actually a fade.
Corpina says 100 million is sell, which is a very small amount. That's the smallest I've seen here in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
it's
But
very small. Yep, yep.
something also to keep in mind is it is the end of the month.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I believe that a few of the major index providers have postponed their rebalances, but
Sure.
there's got to be some jockeying being done right now as we get to the end of the month here in from the institutions. But
Well,
that can always lead to some weird things happening.
sure. And one great month it's been. So,
Oh, this is going to be our even in light of today's weakness. This is I think our best month since '87. I want to say for the S&P 500. I think since I think the beginning of '87. So it even with today's weakness, it's
yeah, I mean, considering the rally that
just
we've had
insane
this
month.
week, yeah, we've had a
Insane.
nice rally this week, a little bit of pullback, couple big guns reporting after the bell, Apple and Amazon. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
we didn't look at it. Let's look at Apple. We didn't look at Apple yet.
Apple, Apple, Apple. For the first time, and I don't know how many quarters, folks, I'm disappointed to announce that we will not have a Piper Jaffray and Piper Sandler Apple analyst tomorrow. Mike Olson, who is our dear friend, has moved on to the Minnesota Vikings. He is now in charge of their esports team. So congratulations to Michael if you're listening. Previously, before that, we had the venerable Gene Munster on to go over Apple earnings. But instead, we are going to have Benzinga's own resident Apple expert come on the show to analyze Apple earnings. Do you know who that is, Spencer?
Trying to guess. Is it someone in the Raznick family?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
not Jason. It's not Jason, is it?
Yeah. He's the only guest on the Raznick family scheduled on the show tomorrow.
Is it Josh Raznick? Is it the venerable Josh Raznick? It could be. It might
Stacy.
be.
Stacy? No. Yeah, no. I won't put him on the spot on that. I'm sure he'll have some commentary on Apple though. Tongue in cheek there. Apple trading up $1.20, 178.60 and change. Let's see how I haven't looked at Apple lately. How we doing at Apple? Nice rebound off the low. Well over 50%. Making a new high for the rebound here. So, the people are buying Apple into the print and maybe selling it before the print. You usually see a pre-run up in Apple, even this under these circumstances. So you are seeing it today. 293.32. That marks the high of the move. Currently trading 292. If they really like to report, I'd have to look out for 303 and a half, 304. That marked a pair of highs on March 3rd and March 4th. If somehow they don't like this report, it's going to go both ways. But if they really don't like the report, let's see here. Yesterday's low was still $5 away or $4 away, 288.35. I think the trapdoor for this one would be is if you can't hold 288.35. Never like to see a daily high, $5 from or daily low, $5 from the previous day's low. So 2-day low 83.39, today's low 88.35. So if I had to guess the overnight range in Apple pre-earnings, 284 to 304.
I just got some times from Bill Haddad on our news desk here. So Amazon will likely be out at 4:01. Amgen at 4:01 and Gilead at 4:05, Visa 4:05, MGM 4:15, United Airlines 4:15, and Apple 4:30. So those are based on prior quarters, and these guys are in the PR feeds and on the IR pages constantly. So it's a big day for earnings.
Big day for earnings. We do have some earnings. I put them in the dock for tomorrow that are, do you want to look at any of those that are before the bell tomorrow?
What do I see? I see Honeywell, Chevron and Exxon. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I mean, you might as well look at Chevron and Exxon here.
Ah,
In light
man,
in light of the morning that World Shell had here, I'll pull up
you talk
XOM.
about disconnect. I mean,
Yeah.
oil up $2.82, right? 14%, nearly 15%. Exxon in the red by 1.7%. Chevron in the red by 2%. I think that Royal Dutch news. I mean, if you're a shareholder of of an oil stock, and this kind of opens up the gateway for to cut
It's spooky.
dividends, right?
It's spooky for sure.
Yep. Yep. S&P's putting on a happy face here, rallying into the close. The imbalances doesn't seem to matter here. What matters is these stocks are busting out. Amazon, everyone's got to be long going into that report. Now up $85 over a new all-time high. I mean, everyone's going to be long Amazon going into that report, except for me and you, Spencer.
This is crazy. This is a total coin flip. This is a total coin flip because the numbers will be good, but in terms of how the market will react, it's just a total coin flip. And either way, whatever happens will seem obvious in hindsight. But at this point in time, this to me just seems like a total flip.
You know what
all
could
right.
you know what could
You
be
think
happening here though? I
what?
just want to, what if you're like one of these dummies that's short this thing and you're getting bought in right now. They're like, yeah, you don't have enough margin and we're buying you in ahead of the report. So I don't know what time brokerage firms do that. I'm just
Hmm.
saying that if you were short, you know, they're just puking out all over the place right now. Continue to make new highs. Just hit 24.65.75. Everyone looking for Amazon to crush it.
Yeah, so big news of the day, really, in terms of overall market and coronavirus, is that we are starting to get some openings.
Sure.
California announced that they were going to start allowing some public activities. Macy's announced they're going to open stores in early June. Ford is going to bring workers back to their offices. So we're getting some states and
Ford
businesses
is
going.
in Michigan. How the hell are they going to do that?
Yeah, I saw Ford. They're going to bring their. Well, oh no, it was Ford announced in June, and Macy's. I may have screwed up the Ford and
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Because
Macy's
I
headline.
know, I know we're on lockdown. I might go to the gas station today. That will be my outing for the week.
I feel like I
But
may have mixed up the Ford and the Macy's headline, but Ford did announce that they're going to bring their office workers back in June. So we have some plans in place for opening. Um, I don't know here. It's like I said at the top, it's a really weird market today. There's no discernible pattern to it. I don't quite understand why certain
uh,
things are up and others are not.
Tesla sold off here. But I think that was who announced they were short. Was it Einhorn or Tupper, somebody like that?
Einhorn's been short Tesla for
Yeah.
a
So
hot
that
minute.
yeah, so that came off. I mean, once again, very, very difficult high price stock to trade. I can't open 855.19. I don't know if I gave any daily highs on that at all. If I did, I was just not doing anything special, just looking at the daily chart, seeing if there was a daily high there. But sure, people that trade this successfully don't trade it off one number, but trade it off ranges. And the closest high, I said the high was 869.82. Nah, nothing. There was a gap to fill to 880.45. I see a 863.50 high, and there was a 17-point gap in this thing that never got filled. So if you're using 863.50 as an exit point, you were looking pretty bad for about 5 minutes, and then it turned out to be a pretty good sale. So rug pull on the close. Boom.
Yep, we are
Wow. What a
closed.
wild close. Yep. No one wants to be long and no one wants to be short. Amazon closes on that high tick here, 24.75. I see a high. I don't know what the last print is. What time do you say they're coming out, Spencer?
Amazon's usually out of 401.
You want to stay on for this? This could be fun.
All right, let's see here. I'll pull up a 1 minute chart of Amazon here, and
Oh,
let's see
man.
if we can catch this one as it comes.
If
So
if if this is a big if I was long, I would have an order out at 2550 and 2600. Man, S&P's just completely STB there. Holy mackerel. No one wants to be long or short here. Here we go. Eric is tempted to like put 5K on for a good rip here. If you got good risk reward
whoop,
ratios, what do we
Amazon.
got?
Oh, there's a leakage in Amazon, so it's out. Let me find the numbers. Whoa. Okay, we are dropping there in Amazon. So
Ha!
much for that. So much for that.
Now
That's
it's red. Now
that's
it's
a
red.
rug pull. That's a rug pull if I've ever
Oh
seen.
man. Well, who knows? It's still early in the session here,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Way early. Things are going to reverse 4 times. Here we go.
Oh, S&Ps.
Amazon EPS $5.01. What versus $6.27 estimate? That's what I'm seeing here. Holy cow!
There's got to be a charge in there.
That's some adjustment because that's a pretty out there miss.
What about revenues?
All right, here we go. Sales 75.5 billion versus 73.6 billion estimates. So they beat on the revenue. Yeah, that EPS
There's got to be
number,
something in there. To miss. How much did they miss by?
that EP, there must be some adjustment or some kind. But the first numbers that are out is $5.01 versus a $6.36 estimate. So that's got to be adjusted or something because that's a big miss. They guided for for Q2 revenue, guided at 75 to 81 billion dollars, which is in line. But wow, let's see. AWS sales for the quarter, that's their cloud segment, up 2.7% sequentially, quarter over quarter. That's okay. What else am I seeing?
All right, here's what you need to know. Yeah, to buy the dipper so far have prevailed again. 24.37 and a quarter. So we dropped. Was that? No. Oh, I got the wrong chart up here. Hold on 1 second. I don't have the after hours chart. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
let me adjust this.
Let me zoom in on this guy. There we go.
Yeah, this is fun.
All right, Amgen's out.
2361. They rug pull. 2361, folks. That's where you got to, and you know what? That ain't gonna be the low. 2361 is not gonna be. Well, let's see. We're trading at 2389 right now. 2361 is your after hours low. Your next daily low comes in at 2310. So there you go. You got these are your levels. If you take out the 2361, you might get a look at the lower 2300s, 2306 and 23010. That's about as close as a double bottom as you'll ever get in Amazon. And then if they turn around and they start to get a spirited rally in this thing, I would like to see if they could get it back to unchanged. I'd like to see right now. I have 2475 is the high on the 4 o'clock bell. And then I have a closing print of 2474. So I don't know. Might be tough. I don't think you're going to get back up there. But when the whole world thinks something, I bet you could even made any money being short this thing either with the options premium.
I mean, I don't know what the hell just happened with that EPS number. Maybe we'll find out on the call, but
I think, yeah.
There was some massive charge or adjustment. I don't know what that is because that is so far below the estimate that I have to wonder if that's comparable. So anyway, all right.
Headed for 2300, folks. We will see that. We'll see that tomorrow.
Yeah, Amazon wishy-washy. Teams, I'm guessing, is blasting off, or Team. No trades here, but they beat on their earnings. All right, that'll be it. We could stay here all day, all night, or we could just
that was fun.
Move on with our lives. So thanks to everyone who hung out with us for the past 25 minutes or so. You can catch a replay of this on YouTube. Please remember all the information from this broadcast is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. So everyone have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning.